everybody. Dave Brown and Corey Macklin here at ringside. What a crowd we got today. Ready to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling.
Oh, boy, you think they're ready to go now? Wait until they hear what we got here today. Got Mike Anthony against Tony Falk, Brian Christopher, PG-13, and Midget D.
You're absolutely right.
Midget D. And, hey, not only that, right here today in the ring, you got the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett, against Tommy Wildfire Rich. And the Moondogs and Rich and Lee have in here today. The Moondogs against the Dog Catcher.
I'll tell you what, you got championship matches, and the first time ever, I'm not through telling about the show yet, the first time ever, not one, but two cage matches. That's right, in the cage. Put them in the cage here today.
I told you earlier, you want to have wrestling here. I done talked to you. There's no title matches in the cage. I didn't study. You got wax in your ears.
I don't have wax.
No title matches
there are
cage.
title matches in the cage. They're booked right here. You don't book the show. Here's the man who books the matches right here.
You must have wax in you. We've been arguing about this all morning. You have no authority whatsoever here. There will be title matches. Get out of here. I'm talking.
All right. There are going to be title matches. We're going to be back with the opening event in just a moment. Stay with us.
To clear out all the remaining new 93s, Gwatney 1.
And Gwatney 2, now at either Gwatney location in Memphis.
Coming up. And in a week, it's Monday, October 4th. Take a look at who will be at the Mid-South. Action coming up here today. As a matter of fact, USWA heavyweight title will be at stake. Brian Christopher will not be involved in that match either. That one's going to involve Jeff Jarrett. Here comes Brian Christopher right here, accompanied by Miss Simpson. That's right. Apparently they have all their differences settled now. And Miss Simpson and Brian Christopher, they're just a picture of happiness as they head this way.
That's right, Dave. Don't I look good today, Dave, huh? Don't I look great? Tell me, don't I look great, Dave? Say it. Go ahead and say it.
Well, you look happy. Let me say
No,
that.
I look good, Dave, because I know I look good. Don't I look good? She knows I look good. And you look lovely yourself, too. And I know a lot of people sitting out there at home, and they're wondering, what is Miss Simpson doing out here with Brian Christopher? I bet you're wondering the same thing, aren't you, stupid? Aren't you? Answer me when I ask you a question. Now get the microphone back over here. Well, let me explain why she's back out here with me. You know, a few weeks ago, let me just say that I don't usually forgive and forget. And I know that a couple of weeks ago, she came out here and she slapped me right on my pretty little face. I remember that. But I don't blame her for it, because I had that fat, good-for-nothing Miss Robin is the one I blame for her getting upset at me. I had Miss Robin out here, was supposed to be her personal nanny and take care of her and do what she wanted. But did she do that? No. All she wanted to do was cause problems and cause dissension. You know, I guess I overlooked a girl and another girl. They ain't gonna get along, right, Dave? Girls don't usually get along, do they, huh? I asked you a question, Dave. I asked you a question.
You're answering your own questions. I'm not going to answer that one.
They don't usually get along, and that's what happened. So I got rid of Miss Robin, and I called Miss Simpson and told her that Miss Robin hit the trail, and she told me, well, she begged to come back to me, didn't you? Didn't you? Yes, she did. And she promised me that she would forget about that Chris Adams and never, ever have anything to do with him ever again. But the big news, Dave, I got big news. Today, I'm looking for her a new nanny. But it's not going to be a female. I need somebody to do all the washing and all the cleaning for her, but it's not going to be a female. See, these females out here, these sweat hogs sitting out here, they look like they need to do some washing. They need to do some cleaning, but I don't need you. What I'm looking for today is a male. I want a male valet for her to take care of her, do all the cleaning, all the washing, all the laundry, all the mopping. Dave, guess what? You dress nice. You look okay. You look presentable, I guess. Dave Brown, I'm going to give you the chance of a lifetime. Would you like to be Miss Simpson's new personal male valet? Come on, Dave. A chance of a lifetime.
No.
You're not thinking, Dave. I know you're
I
stupid,
am
but you're not that
thinking. No.
stupid.
No.
No way.
Hey, Corey. Listen to me, Corey. Corey, listen to me. We know that you're the worst TV announcer that's ever sat in that chair.
Hey, come on.
True. That's true. Corey, I'm giving you the chance of a lifetime. He's too stupid. Don't be as stupid as Dave Brown over here. I guess you're content being a weatherman, huh? Corey, would you like to be Miss Simpson's new personal male valet? No, I don't want. You get to.
That's exactly right. You've got a match. Why don't you head to the ring? We're not here, put an ad in the paper or something, Brian.
I guess he's as stupid as you are, Dave Brown. I've given you all the chance of a lifetime.
Yeah, we know.
To walk around and be seen with Miss Simpson.
We understand chances of a lifetime. Hey, look coming here. It's PG-13 and Midget D.
I got a great idea. Guys, hey, come over here, PG. Midget D, come here. I got a great idea for you all. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, baby? That's right. Hey, now listen here. I'm looking for a new male valet today, and these two idiots are too stupid to take me up on it. So what I'm asking you guys is, would you all like to be, the three of you, be Miss Simpson's new male valet?
Well, looks like you've got some employees here, Brian.
I don't know, but, well, on second thought, hey, I don't know, I don't trust you. On second thought, I'll tell you what, we got a match, I'll think about it.
Oh, now you got a match. Yeah, you're right, you do.
He had a match when he first got out of here.
I don't know about Brian sometimes. Let me tell you.
Not kidding.
Boy, I tell you what, calling us stupid and all that, anybody that knows anything about Brian Christopher, no better than that situation. Wow. Well, the cage door is going to be unlocked this time. This is not technically a cage match. So there is an escape route. The door unlocked. As we kick things off here with six-man tag team action, the American Eagles and Jeff Gaylord going against Brian Christopher and PG-13. And you got Midget D over in their corner, too. Also, Miss Simpson is over in the corner of PG-13 and Brian Christopher. Now, let's see. Is this going to be... Yeah, okay. I was beginning to wonder if it's going to be 4 against 3, but here we go.
Yeah, we're underway. It's J.C. Ice against the American Eagle. One of the Eagles takes J.C. down. Nice hip toss on J.C. Ice. J.C. says, hey, pull my shorts in there.
Come on now, get on.
PG-13 with Midget D along ringside with them. Brian Christopher and Miss Simpson. Against the American Eagles and the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord. Should be a pretty good six-man tag match here.
You're exactly right. Got some tough veteran wrestlers in there. You got the American Eagles. Boy, good-looking team, the American Eagles. Big Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord is on their team, too. Look at this.
Hey, nice arm drag from the Eagle, and he takes Sir Wolfie D down. Tag on the other Eagle. The American Eagles. Oh, Eagle rolls him up. He only gets a one count out of it.
Yeah, he had those shoulders down, but he was over very near the corner. And J.C. Ice, the other member of PG-13, Brian Christopher, and Midget D, and Miss Simpson all were very close by, so it was very difficult to concentrate on keeping the shoulders down. Well, what did Ice say?
J.C. Ice and Midget D is in the house.
Yeah. Oh. True.
We hope he's not in the ring today, because he's not scheduled. You better watch out for him over there, though.
Yeah, he's a second and valet over in the corner of PG-13.
Hey, reversal, the Eagle! Oh! Gets Whoopie D right out of the ring. What a move from the Eagle. Takes Whoopie D out. Miss Simpson and Midget D, J.C. Ice, and Christopher all checking on Wolfie D outside of the ring over there after the American Eagle.
Wolfie D's eyes are still crossed, I tell you. He went through the ropes. Had he gone over the rope, the referee might have elected to disqualify American Eagles. He wasn't technically thrown over the top rope, wouldn't have been. But he went through the rope, so it's not a question.
Well, Wolfie D's asking Christopher for the tag over there. Ron said, hey, you got it. You can handle it. Wolfie D and the American Eagle standing in. They're shouting USA for the American Eagles.
There's the open door of the cage right there. As we said, the door is open for this match, but later on today, it's going to be closed and locked. We have 2 cage matches. Titles will be at stake. In one case, the USWA heavyweight title, Jeff Jarrett against Tommy Wildfire Rich. And then the USWA tag titles, it's going to be Moondogs against the Dog Catchers in the cage today. Midget D crawled under the ring.
There he is,
one of the Eagles.
there. Yeah, they just got a shot of him crawling under there. Midget D, he crawled under the ring over to the other side and grabbed the Eagle, crawled back under the ring, and came back over to his corner over there.
Wolfie D's had a long day already, huh? He's been in there a long, long time.
Wolfie backs the Eagle up. Wolfie D and the American Eagle in the ring. The Eagle holding on to Wolfie. Ice comes in there. J.C. Ice jumps in.
They double-teamed as Brian Christopher had diverted the referee down the ring apron. Look out. You got a ring pull.
Yeah, Christopher's got... Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3. He's going to get the pin. Wolfie D. But little Midget D over here just threw something right in the eyes of the Eagle, and they roll out the American Eagle to get the 1, 2, 3.
He threw water or something into the eyes of one of the American Eagles, and then Wolfie D was able to seize the moment and get the pin to count of 1, 2, 3. Team of PG-13, Brian Christopher and Midget D are going to end up winning this one. Yeah, we saw what happened. Referee did not see what happened, unfortunately. Just saw the shoulders down. There's lots more to go from the USWA today. Tell you what, there's no action at the Mid-South Coliseum this Monday night, but you already know at least one of the participants coming up on Monday, October 4th is going to be the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Not only that, in between times, there's a lot of action coming up around the territory, beginning this week, as a matter of fact. Big card up in Brownsville, Tennessee.
That's right, a big night in Brownsville. It begins Thursday night, September 30th, up in Brownsville, Tennessee. Championship Wrestling in Brownsville coming up Thursday night. Hey, also Friday, October 1st in Blytheville, Arkansas. Championship Wrestling in Blytheville, Arkansas. Championship Wrestling there with a big fall spectacular. You'll see on the card there, King Cobra. All of them lined up for championship wrestling there. There's Brownsville, Tennessee. Championship wrestling in Brownsville. Thursday, September 30th in Brownsville, Tennessee. USWA Wrestling. Fabulous One, Jeff Jarrett. Tommy Wildfire, Rich, Brian Christopher, and lot more lined up for Brownsville there. Championship Wrestling, PG-13, all going to be there.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like Tony Adams, Miss Simpson is going to be there, too. Man, what a night coming up. College Hill Gym is where it'll be. Brownsville, Tennessee. 8 o'clock is the time.
And Friday, October 1st, Blytheville, Arkansas, there at the National Guard Armory. And the box office opens in Blytheville at noon, at 12 noon. Championship Wrestling at 8 o'clock p.m. You got also wrestling in Brighton, Tennessee. Championship Wrestling right there in Brighton, Tennessee. King Cobra on the card in Brighton. You see all the people there, the American Eagle, all lined up for wrestling in Brighton, Tennessee. USWA Championship Wrestling. And there's Blytheville, Arkansas, Friday, October 1st, 8 o'clock, National Guard Armory on Division Street. Jerry the King Lawler, Ladies Catfight as well, all lined up. Moondogs, Jeff Jarrett, all in Blytheville, Arkansas. Thursday, October 7th, Championship Wrestling in Crenshaw, Mississippi, 7:30 p.m. Runs by the police department at the Crenshaw Gym. The Moondogs, Jeff Jarrett is there as well. Tommy Rich, all in Crenshaw, Mississippi, Thursday, October 7th. Friday, October 22nd, Championship Wrestling in Bolivar, Tennessee, on October 22nd at the Bolivar Central High School. Saturday, October 23rd, Kennett, Missouri, also coming. USWA Top Stars are going to be in Kennett, Missouri, and Saturday, October 23rd in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Championship Wrestling in Jonesboro and Oxford, Mississippi. USWA Championship Wrestling is on tour. That's USWA action when it comes to your town. Nothing like being right there and seeing it live when it comes to see you right there in Bolivar, Tennessee, at Bolivar Central High School. The USWA Top Stars in Bolivar. And coming soon, Jonesboro, Arkansas. You see it right there. When it comes to see you, be right there and see it all.
Yeah, I noticed the October 28th in Martin, Tennessee. You got a special added match there. Can't tell you too much about that one, but it's something I think that the folks around Martin, Tennessee will find very entertaining. Martin, Tennessee on October 28th. A lot of action coming up there. Boy, I tell you what, great USWA action, as Corey has said many times. When it's in your town, we urge you to be right there at ringside. Right here at ringside with us today. We got more matches coming up. We got Mike Anthony against the legend Tony Falk coming in here in just a few minutes. But following that, a little bit later on, we've got not one but two championship matches inside the locked cage. Don't go away. We'll continue. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend is in the ring, but the applause you just heard is not for the legend. It's for Mike Anthony, who is also now entering the ring area through the unlocked gate. Brian Christopher is out here for something.
Hold on. Before we get this match started, hold on a second. Don't ring the bell. I want to get Tony Falk down here. I got a big question for you, Tony Falk. Come here.
Come on around here. It's Tony. That's right. You did not get.
You don't get a second chance. But Tony Falk, I got a big opportunity for you. Everybody knows that you're one of the worst wrestlers that's ever set foot in the ring, right? You've lost like 56 matches in a row, true or false, true. Okay, so listen to me. Right now, you don't have to wrestle ever again. I'm giving you the opportunity to be Miss Simpson's new male valet. You never have to get beat again. You'll get paid every day. All you got to do is take care of her and do whatever she wants you to do. There you go. It's on the table. There's the opportunity, Tony.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Now, hold on, Tony. Listen. Listen, Tony. You don't ever have to get beat again. Everybody knows you are the worst. Seriously, Tony, now I'm laying it on the line. You're the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life. They say it every week. Everybody says that. They call you loser. You get beat just about every time you set foot in the ring. Now listen to me. Don't be stupid like they were. I've given you the chance of a lifetime. You get paid, and you never have to wrestle ever again. All you got to do is take care of Miss Simpson, Tony.
I can't do that. First of all, I'm the legend. I admit I've had some bad breaks. If I hadn't slept on that banana peel, Jeff Jarrett would be the one going around here with the bald head right now. And I would have that championship belt around my waist too, Brian Christopher. So I'm not that kind of a loser. I have accomplished.
You'd be the champion, huh? You'd be the champion, huh? Jeff Jarrett would be bald, huh? Tony, is that what you're telling me?
I don't see no championship belt around your waist right now either, Brian. If you would spend a little less time chasing women and concentrate more on your career, you'd be doing a lot better off. There's a match.
Just shut up. You just made the mistake of your lifetime. You understand me? You made the mistake of your lifetime. Nobody talks to me like that. Get out of my face.
I don't want the job.
Tony has said he does not want the job. It is headed for the ring right here. The legend will be going against Mike Anthony in a single match. And referee Frank Morrell says, ring the bell. Here we go. Boy, I tell you, what a start Brian Christopher gets off to. He's trying to get a guy to take the job, and he starts by saying, you're the worst wrestler there's ever been. You've lost 56 in a row.
Yeah, he reminds him of the fact that he's lost 56 matches in a row.
And then he wonders why nobody will take the job.
Look at Mike Anthony. He's got the job right now taking care of Tony Falk and doing a pretty good job at it, too. Nice arm drag on Tony, and Tony Falk has stepped in there against Mike Anthony. And Tony says he's got his mind on wrestling more. Right now, he's not doing too good at it.
Yeah, that's true. Tony's not backing up from him, though. You guys got to hand him that.
Yeah, you hand him that much now. Hey, that's one great point. Tony Falk, he may lose, but he won't back up.
But he might do that every now and then, too. He pokes him in the throat with a thumb, doubles up a fist. Come on, Tony. We were just starting
on Mike Anthony.
Starting to kind of be on Tony's side there, and he does that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Anthony with the kick and takes Tony Falk down. Sets the legend up. Snap suplex on Tony Falk.
I tell you what, this Mike Anthony is one fine wrestler.
Yes, sir. He can go. Wrestles in out of Seattle, Washington.
Since he's been in the USWA, he has really looked good, and he has really been winning some matches.
He gets around the ring real quick and swift, and boy, he'll wear you down with the moves he makes in there. Mike Anthony backs Tony Falk up. Whips him into the ropes. Oh, Falk holds on.
Well, that was
Anthony
a smart move for Tony Falk to hang onto the ropes.
What are you
Brian.
doing there, Brian?
Tony Falk, not only did you try to embarrass me, but you humiliated Miss Simpson. You understand me? I told you you'd pay.
Hey, get out of there, Brian. We got a match in progress. Well, he's in the ring. That's going to be a DQ right
He jumps
there.
on Tony Falk. Brian Christopher comes in the match in there, goes to work on Tony Falk. Big kick on Tony and takes Falk down.
Now Mike Anthony grabs Christopher from behind.
Yeah, he's holding on to Christopher. Look at Falk. He gets up and nails Brian Christopher. Falk and Anthony moves Christopher in. Backs up and a double clothesline, and Christopher rolls out of there. There's Brian Christopher, comes in, jumps on Tony Falk from behind is exactly what he did. What he's paying for now.
Dave, that match right there, that match might be over with. But if he wants a match, I'll wrestle him right now. If that little punk wants a piece of me, tell him to come get it.
Oh, all right, Frank, Tony wants a match right now. He wants a match with Brian. The referee, yeah, we got some time.
Yeah, Frank said if we got time, we'll do
Let's
it.
do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Get him in
Hey,
there.
it's all right with me.
Get him in there. Let's go. Looks like Mike Anthony is going to hang close to the corner of Tony Falk. No, he's leaving the area now. And the referee says, ring the bell. It has sounded, and Christopher's either got to come in here or get counted out and lose by default to Tony Anthony. So he steps through the ring.
Oh, we've got another bout scheduled here today with all this other action we got to go.
We can't make matches or sanction them, but both of them said they wanted a match. Referee says okay with him, so here we go.
Yeah, we're underway with it. Christopher and Falk. Reversal here. Falk whips him into the ropes, and Christopher holds on. Oh, and does a little Christopher strut over there, huh? Hey, Tony Falk nails him with a right hand. Goes after Brian Christopher. Ooh.
Oh, look out. Here comes Miss Simpson and Tony Adams.
Yeah, Miss Simpson's got running in here, and
Look at this. She grabs Tony.
yeah, that's what she comes in here for. Grabs Falk. Oh, and Tony Falk over there.
Grabbed him by the nose.
Yeah, and got him hanging over that top rope over there, too. Snapped Falk down over that top rope.
Boy, Tony was doing pretty well, too. Now Brian Christopher grabs him. Oh, my God.
Oh, bulldog on Tony Falk. Brian Christopher. Slaps Tony Falk with an open hand. Couple of big right hands now from Christopher. Going to work on the legend. Miss Simpson's out again. Reverend Falk. Hey, here comes some help for Tony Falk now, huh?
Yeah, here comes Miss Texas headed into the ring, and there goes.
Frank says throw it out now.
Okay, just throw the whole thing out there, he says. No match.
Yeah, Miss Texas showed up, and all of a sudden, Miss Simpson, remember, she's got somewhere to go on Brian Christopher.
I told you you'd pay, loser.
Final markdowns have been made. Rebates and dealer discounts up to $4,000. The final days of the Dobbs Ford 93 closeout are here. Over 500 new 93s in stock, all discounted for quick sale. New 93 conversion trucks by Mark III, Tiara, and Centurion, reduced thousands plus. Over 50 conversion vans from the top names. Tiara 707, and Mark III. Final closeout priced as low as $16,988. It's the final days, the final deals of the Dobbs Ford 93 closeout at Dobbs Ford, Mount Moriah, I-240.
Paying bills. You know, there was a time when I wasn't able to. I just didn't have the money, and I almost lost everything. My home, my car, even my family. Then I discovered Consumer Credit Counseling Services.
Out here today. Boy, from just before the opening bell, they just really sounded great. We would love to have you join us right here for USWA Championship Wrestling, too. And the way you get to do that is just ask for the tickets. Write in for them. Here's the address. Send your request to Studio Wrestling Tickets, care of WMC TV, 1960 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. Our zip code 38104. Include an SASE. What's that? That's a self-addressed stamped envelope. You must include that. We take that envelope, which you address to yourself, put a stamp on, don't seal it, because we'll use that envelope, put your tickets in it, and send it right back to you. Your ticket request, again, should be addressed to this address. Do not send them to Corey. Do not send them to me. That just delays them while we get them to the right place. So send them to Studio Wrestling Tickets, WMC TV, 1960 Union, Memphis 38104. There is no charge for the tickets, but if you're going to need more than about 4 of them, if you have a group, a scout group, church group, something like that you'd like to bring, that'll be fine, too. Just let them know how many tickets you're going to need, and be sure to include the name of a contact person and a daytime telephone number so that they can get in touch with you and find out exactly how many tickets you need and make arrangements for that. So come on down and join us for some great USWA wrestling action like these folks right here did today. Now, somebody who is not joining us today, not live anyway, but by videotape, is I think everybody knows Vince McMahon from the WWF. Yeah, Vince has had several things to say, most of them not very kind about the USWA and our fans right here, which doesn't make us very happy. Let's hear what Vince had to say today.
Dick?
Yes, Lyle.
Sorry, that tape didn't come in. It was supposed to arrive by overnight air, and it didn't make it.
I think you hear the reaction here. I'm not too upset myself. Well, if we don't have the Vince McMahon interview, that's okay. Here comes the King right here. I'm just going to go ahead to the next break, but let's see. Let's get the King's viewpoint. I'd rather hear his comments than Vince McMahon's any day, as a matter of fact. I bet he might even have something to say about McMahon. McMahon's interview didn't make it, King.
Well, I heard Lyle say that the interview was supposed to come in overnight air, but it didn't arrive. Well, let me just say this. Let's don't blame Federal Express, because we know that that's a Memphis company, and we know that Memphis does things right. The reason that interview didn't arrive, I can assure you, is the fact that Vince McMahon didn't have the guts to send an interview, because he don't have this to wear around his waist anymore. Now, last week, we stood out here and we watched Vince McMahon up in New York City, up in the Big Apple. And boy, he had a silly little grin. You know why he had that stupid grin on his face? Because he's stupid, that's why. He had that stupid grin on his face, and he couldn't wait to pull that coat open and show this unified World Heavyweight Championship belt that Tonto had taken back up there to him. And he couldn't wait to tell everybody that Tonto was undefeated in the World Wrestling Federation. And he couldn't wait to tell everybody that Tonto was coming back to Memphis to give me one more shot at the belt. Well, Vince McMahon, you sit around there with Tonto now, and you eat crow, punk, because I got this belt right back around my waist, and I got it right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Now, you want to talk a little bit about fiery competition. I remember that interview. He said, oh, you want to talk about fire? He threw fire on the Giant. The King threw fire and exploded the Giant's head, and that I should be banned from wrestling, but he was going to send a real fiery competitor down here. Well, we sent Tonto packing back up to the World Wrestling Federation, and now we want to send a personal invitation to you, Vince McMahon. I would like for you, one more time, to show your ugly face in my town of Memphis, Tennessee, because you want to see some fire. It ain't nothing that would make me happier than for me to set that foolish-looking face of yours ablaze right in the Mid-South Coliseum. Now, I saw earlier a little video of the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Well, let me tell you something, Vince.
you send the Macho Man on down to Memphis, because we got something for the Macho Man, haven't we? I love it when you send your big boys down south. I want to see Mr. Perfect. I want to see the Macho Man. Bring Tonto back. Best of all, I'd love for you to send Bret, the Hitman Hart, and his wrinkled-up old parents. Let them come on down here with him. Because, like I said, in Memphis, Tennessee, the USWA and the King is #1. Don't ever forget it. And if you doubt it, come see me.
Now, wasn't that better than a Vince McMahon interview? We'll be right back. On television, the USWA heavyweight title is going to be defended in a locked cage. Coming up here just minutes from right now. And the man who's going to try to regain that belt, as a matter of fact, is none other than the Fabulous One. And the Fabulous One, we've been introducing us to many of his friends over the last few weeks. Right now, say hello to the host of TNN's Be a Star, Bobby Randall, right here.
So we've got a little break here on the set of Be a Star, and I'm with a friend of mine, the Fabulous One. Jeff Jarrett is here with us. And today, as every day I interview lots of guests, today we're going to reverse the role. And we're going to let Jeff be the host of the show and do a little interviewing himself.
I'm ready, Bobby. I've always wanted to do this, especially with you.
Yeah? You're not going to like body slam me.
Oh, no, not here, not here. This is your place. This is your backyard.
All right.
No, Bobby, just tell me, I've always wondered, I've known you a couple of years now, but how'd you get your start in music?
Oh, man.
Goes way back.
Goes way back to when I was merely a child. I moved to Nashville in 1979 and wanted to be in the music business and just knocked around, wrestled around. Met up with a friend of mine. We put a band together, the Sawyer Brown thing, and we got lucky. In 1984, I was on Star Search, won Star Search, got a record deal, traveled, toured, did all that stuff for about 10 years. I'm telling my age.
Oh, no. Don't date it.
And I ended up here on the set of Be a Star about 2 years ago.
How long has this show been running?
I've been doing the show. This is starting our 3rd season.
Things going real good for you.
Life's good.
Bobby, I think we got a clip of the show, don't we?
Be a Star? I think we do. Are we going to run this thing? We are. We're going to run. Here's a little bit of Be a Star right here as we speak.
I told you this guy.
No, wait a second. We're watching all this stuff on me, and this guy is truly the Fabulous One. Now, we've been watching me do all this stuff. See, but I got a surprise for you, because this guy is the Fabulous One, and I want to take just a minute here and show you why we call Jeff the Fabulous One. Now, folks, that's fabulous right there. I'll tell you, that is truly the Fabulous One here at his best.
All right. You're getting off track now, Bobby. I came here to interview you. I've got a little clip. I got a little pull-around Be a Star here, and the producers have put together a fabulous clip. And let's take a look at that and show true musical talent. Now that's fabulous.
Speaking of fabulous, in the ring right now, the Fabulous One set to go with a USWA heavyweight title at stake. And remember, fans, it's inside the locked cage. We talked about cage matches before. We talked about cage matches at various arenas around the country. This is the first time I can ever remember us having one on television. And it's certainly the first time there's ever been a heavyweight title. Oh, Tommy Rich is complaining.
He's complaining about being in the cage.
Being in the cage.
That's what it is.
Well, he is. He's got to defend that USWA heavyweight title in the cage. Eddie Marlin.
Oh, it's not a conspiracy.
Yelling conspiracy. That seems to be a favorite word when wrestlers are going to have to wrestle one against one. Somehow they turn that into a conspiracy. I've never understood that.
Boy.
That's and Eddie Marlin is out here right now, locking the cage.
Come on, Tommy.
Yes, sir. Tommy, you might as well head on up to the ring and concentrate on the challenger and former champion. Look at that. Eddie Marlin got the chain wrapped around the poles.
Yeah, he's got that
And
lock.
that big old padlock. You got it locked? Yeah, I believe he does. It is locked. It is secured. They are in there. Frank Morrell says, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the USWA heavyweight title is on the line. Wildfire, Tommy Rich, the current champion, defending against the former champion, the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Here we go, Court.
Yeah, we're underway with it, Dave. And, hey, the funny thing about it is Jeff Jarrett never complained about the cage. Did you notice that? Jeff got right in there. He's ready to go and try to win that USWA heavyweight title back.
Well,
Put it around his waist.
Sure, Jeff has in the back of his mind all the friends that Tommy Rich might have who would perhaps interfere and to help determine the outcome of the match other than one against one in the ring. Tommy Rich, he's got lots of tape wrapped around that right hand of his, and he smacked Jeff in the eyes with it a moment ago.
He's got that whole right fist wrapped, yeah. Nails Jeff Jarrett again with another right hand. Tommy Wildfire Rich wrestles in out of Atlanta, GA. In and defending the USWA heavyweight title. That's the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff wrestles out of Hendersonville, Tennessee. And a forearm from Tommy Wildfire Rich takes the fabulous one down. Well, what a great bout right here today on TV on USWA Championship Wrestling. Does that flip from jab, two, and Rich kicks out.
Boy, it looked great there for a moment as Jeff had him roll down, but could not hold him for the count of three. My goodness gracious. Tommy Rich just ran over him with that forearm.
Wildfire Rich drops down with that right hand on the fabulous one. Nails it right at the top of the head and covers. 1, 2. Jeff kicks out of it at the 2 count.
Boy, you know, I'm not sure but what all championship matches ought to be this way with the proliferation of managers and valets in the sport today. This way you get them in there. There's about 4 or 5 feet between the cage and the ring itself. It really stops that outside interference because look at that. It's just the two of them. Tommy Rich, the champion. Jeff Jarrett, the challenger. And referee Frank Morrell there to keep order.
Boy, Rich is over choking Jeff over there. And he's got that chokehold on him again. Got his hand right on the throat of the fabulous one and finally breaks it. Referee Frank Morrell warns him about the choking. Tommy Rich hauls off and clobbers Jarrett again.
This is not the first world title that Tommy Rich has ever held.
No, not at all.
I think most of you fans are pretty familiar with his career. Tommy, of course, grew up in the Hendersonville, Tennessee area himself, and he had an interview with him some weeks ago and got the distinct idea that there's a bit of jealousy there when it comes to Jeff Jarrett and the Jarrett family. But we won't go into that right now. Right now, let's just have this match right here with the USWA title on the line.
Jeff Jarrett's over in the corner. Tommy Rich has been working him over there. Boy, Rich doesn't let up at all either. Jeff Jarrett by the throat again.
He has made liberal use of the chokehold in this match.
Yeah, several times. What a great bout today the promoter Eddie Marlin has brought to the fans. Right here on television in the USWA, the heavyweight title on the line, and we still got some more to go in the cage right here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. Rich throws Jeff Jarrett right in the referee Frank Morrell. Look like deliberately. Here's Paul Neighbors out.
Paul Neighbors, sorry, Paul, the gate's closed. What's he's got a key?
Hey, Paul's got a key over here. Hey, you know what?
He used to haul this ring and everything around. He had extra keys made.
That's what he did.
He's thrown a chain in, but Jeff Jarrett's got it. Jeff has the chain. He smacks Tommy Rich. Down to the mat he goes. Jeff with a cover. Referee has been knocked down. The referee doesn't see what happens. Finally, Jeff trying to get his attention. Does he have it? Not yet. He's still trying to get the referee's attention. Jeff Jarrett with a cover on Tommy Rich. Paul Neighbors threw a chain in there. There's a count of 1, 2, 3. Paul Neighbors hits the ring. Nails Jeff Jarrett, but the 3 count had already fallen. We've got ourselves a new USWA heavyweight champion. What is this? He's reversed it. Now the referee's raised the wrong hand.
No.
He raised the wrong hand.
Paul, get out of here, would you? All of that kind of stuff. He nailed Jarrett in the back of the head with his cowboy boots.
And then he made the reversal.
Yeah, that's what he did. And Frank Morrell was down, didn't see what happened. He just simply counted the 1, 2, 3 and raised Rich's hand.
He raised the wrong hand, and Rich has still got the belt. He just verified. He has just verified that Tommy Rich is the winner.
Hey, yeah, but Eddie Marlin, I think Eddie saw what happened in there too, Dave. He saw the same thing we saw.
Yeah, he's trying to explain. He's trying to get Paul Neighbors out of the way first, and then he's going to try to talk to, he's talking to, he's got the belt.
Hey, now that's one good thing about having a bout like this on television. Is the promoter Eddie Marlin gets to see it. Yeah,
he saw it, and the videotape, you don't even need to review it because he saw it live right here. And
Dave, that's the main reason I booked these cage matches where it be no interference. I don't care who wasn't playing. Yeah, Frank didn't see it. Oh, Tommy, you didn't see it. He's the referee. Oh, you interfered. You interfered with the head. No, sir. No, sir. It's not going to be that way today, big boy. What now? You hit him, Penn.
That's exactly.
I'll come in and hit you with the belt.
That's right.
It's not going to be a winner that way.
Yeah.
I'm holding this belt up. Hey, Jeff, your grandpappy, your daddy. Ain't nobody save you. Oh, that's not it. That's right. That's not what it is. Paul Neighbors, you listen to him. I'm holding this belt up. And the next title match you have, I'll be the referee. Yeah. You can come in or you can bring anybody you want to in. But I will be the referee. He's the referee. He's old granddaddy.
belt is held up, says Eddie Marlin, and the next time these two meet for the belt, and they will, he'll be the referee, and he's going to have a tire iron with him, too. The belt is held up. The King is headed back this way, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is, right here. The King is back here, and what a nice gesture to say hello to the crowd today. I know the space is a little cramped with a cage there, but they're always glad to see you, King, especially after what happened in the Survivor Series.
Well, you're right, it's a little cramped over there, but it's always a pleasure to get in amongst the greatest wrestling fans in the entire world. I'm not talking about just the South. I'm not talking about just the United States. I'm talking about the world. Right here in...
Which I'd like to show everyone in a moment.
We'll show them in just a second. First of all, I want to mention just a couple of things. One of the things, the fact that you guys were talking about USWA wrestling coming around the area, and there are going to be some big matches coming up all around the area, and it's always a pleasure to not only to get to see the fans here in Memphis, but in the other cities around the area here. It's always great to be on hand and meet those fine people. Wrestling coming to Brownsville, Tennessee, and it's going to be a big card up in Brownsville. You see Jeff Jarrett's going to be there, Tommy Rich, Brian Christopher, Miss Robin. All the USWA stars are going to be up there, and we'd like to thank some great people helping to promote the matches. McDonald's, Comfort Inn, and Days Inn of Brownsville are all helping to promote the matches up there, and we want to thank them. Also, down in Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah, man, I'm getting a little crazy here. Oxford, Mississippi. Last week, Jeff and I left the wrestling show here in Memphis, and we rushed right down to Oxford, and we spent a couple of hours sitting in the Grove at Ole Miss. Are you familiar with the Grove at Ole Miss?
I am indeed. Great place.
I want to tell you something now. Memphis State, we got some great football fans here at Memphis State. But if you've never seen the Grove at Ole Miss, I mean, boy, I'll tell you, we need to get something like that up here in Memphis because it is just a beautiful situation down there. Thousands of Ole Miss fans turn out, and it's like the world's largest tailgate party. I mean, before the big game. And then, of course, Ole Miss went on to just crush Vanderbilt down there last week. So it was a big day, and Jeff and I went down. And wrestling is coming to Oxford, Mississippi, October 21st. And Jeff and I are going to both be down there, and we want to thank all the members of the Oxford Lions Club. Just worked their hearts out down there. And Glenn Brown, I want to say hi to his son Adam down there also, and they do a terrific job. We're going to be down there October 21st in Oxford. And now the only other thing I'd like to say before we get into the big Survivor Series is Tonto came into Memphis undefeated, and he is no longer undefeated. Right. But there is somebody that is still undefeated this year, and I just who is it?
Oh, the Browns, maybe, huh?
Everybody knows that I've been listen, the Cowboys down here, not yet, but everybody knows I've been a lifelong supporter of the Cleveland Browns ever since, when I was a kid. I lived up around there for about 7 years, and I've stuck with them through thick and thin, and it's been a little more thin than it has thick. So I just wanted to mention the fact that they are 3-0, and they're still undefeated this season. And one of the things that I really want to say would be the greatest thing I think that ever happened to Memphis is if we can get in the National Football League and have the Browns come to Memphis every year. And most importantly, what would be even better than that is to have the New York Jets and the New York Giants come down here and have the Memphis team kick their butts every year right here at the Liberty Bowl. I couldn't wait for that. Now, enough said. Speaking of kicking butts, let's take a look at what happened last Monday night at the Coliseum with Tonto. Okay?
Here it is, right here.
Slams the Tonka into the top turnbuckle. Oh, look out, Jerry! Here comes Tommy Rich! Rich holding Lawler. That's a Tonka kicking away on the key. The Tonka's got Lawler. Oh, Rich comes down and nails the Tonka. Lawler sends Rich out of the ring. Comes off the ropes and nails the Tonka. He got it!
Well, there it is. Not only did you outsmart him in getting the match to begin with, but you back it up right there in the middle of the square circle.
Well, I'd like to thank Tommy Rich for a little assist on that. Eat your heart out, Tommy Rich. And Tonto, anytime you want to come back to Memphis, we got a nice little surprise waiting for you down here. But in the meantime, I think they're going to send Macho Man Randy Savage back down here. Vince, all I can tell you is this. We got a little message from Memphis, Tennessee. Don't send a boy to do a man's job because he won't get it done.
Tag team titles go on the line right here. Stay with us. We'll be back. Gentlemen, the dog catchers have just entered the cage. The cage is going to be locked as they defend their USWA tag team titles. And here come the challengers. Richard Lee leading the Moondogs. And anytime the Moondogs show up, it looks like it's been a very good... It's called breakfast for my dog. Oh. It looks like it's been a very good day for a hardware store somewhere. They come with a garbage can. They come with a board. Eddie Marlin locking the gate over here as action is underway. One of the boards broken across the top of the dog catcher's head as the Moondogs go to work trying to get back the USWA tag titles. Eddie Marlin now has the gate secured. The lock is secure over here.
One good thing is that Paul Neighbors is not out here. Let's hope that we get this key from him some kind of way, though.
Exactly right. Well, Richard Lee is here, but he is outside the cage. He is not inside the cage by the ring area.
Yeah.
He is locked outside, too.
Oh, it's not much room in there at all with the Moondogs going after the dog catchers. Trash can and boards and all. The Moondogs, Spike and Cujo, going after the dog catchers. The USWA tag titles on the line today here on USWA Championship Wrestling, Dave.
Boy, what great action we've had today. The USWA heavyweight title at stake earlier. Boy, that one ended up in a strange way, in a very disappointing way. Eddie Marlin, most upset, has held up the belt. The USWA tag title, the USWA heavyweight title is vacant right now. Well, it's not really vacant. It's held up by Eddie, and Jeff Jarrett and Tommy Rich will meet again. And Eddie says next time they meet, he's going to fix that. He will be the referee, and he said he'd have, what is it? You call it a tire buddy? Basically, it's a tire iron, I think.
Hey.
What is this? They're out here on the floor. Paul Neighbors has just handed something in to one of the dog catchers, and he has sprayed one of the Moondogs in the eyes with it.
That is a can of Macy's guy, it looks like.
Sure what it looks like. Well, whatever it is, he has pretty well disabled the Moondog for the moment anyway, as the dog catchers continue to work on him.
Look like somebody got in Richard Lee's eye over there, too.
They were down on the floor over near the fence, and Neighbors came out and slipped one of the dog catchers something there, a can of mace or something like that.
Hey, here comes Mike Anthony out. Anthony's coming to cage.
Yeah, Mike
Anthony up on the top cage gets over, and
Mike shouldn't be in there either. One of the dog catchers comes out and grabs him. And they're going at it on the floor. Meanwhile, the other dog catcher's working on one of the Moondogs back in the corner. Anthony's trying to help the Moondog out of the ring. That's what he's doing.
Here's Jeff Gaylord. I'm on the other side over.
Referee calls for the bell.
Yeah, call for the bell.
Gaylord and the American Eagles trying to climb the fence to get in to help out.
Yeah, they couldn't get over.
The gate's locked, I remind you. Here comes Eddie Marlin. Eddie is reaching for the key in his pocket. Mike Anthony tending to one of the Moondogs. I don't know what the dog catcher sprayed in his eyes.
What in the world that was?
But he really got him good, let me tell you. Got him bad.
Richard in there now.
Now the gate's unlocked. Eddie Marlin's let him in to help the Moondogs out. The match has been stopped by the referee a long time ago. The dog catcher runs by here, picks up the belt, and that is going to be the case. They're going to retain the belts on the stop match. Yes, sir. Love to. Paul Neighbors.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Hey, somebody find Paul Neighbors and get him out here right now.
That's enough of Paul Neighbors out here all day today. The Moondog, Cujo being attended to over by the Eagle and Mike Anthony.
Paul Neighbors, if you'll listen, you either come out here right now, or we'll have new champions right now. Come out, or the belts will change hands.
Somebody tell him he's going to take the belts away from him if Neighbors doesn't show up right now. Here he comes, right here. Neighbors?
That's the reason I booked these matches in a cage, so we could get a winner. And you've interfered in every match we've had out here, Dave, where the cage is locked. Now, you want to be a wrestler. You tried refereeing. You can't referee. You tried being a manager, and evidently you can't be a manager. So I'm going to put you in the ring if you want to be there. The next match will be a six-man tag team match. I come a manager. You fired me from referee. I started manager. But I'm not a wrestler. You get that through your... You're going to be a wrestler. But there's only one thing. You've interfered. Wait just a second. You want to interfere with every match. You want to be in the ring. You're in the ring. It's a six-man tag.
Six-man tag. All right. That should do it.
There's only one other thing. We had this cage match on TV today for a title shot, Eddie. Now, we go on a six-man tag. We don't get a title shot. Now I want my belts back from this jerk and the thieves that stole.
He's right. The belts in.
It's just going to be a six-man tag match, but the belts will be on the hand on stage. If somebody pins him, the belts change hands. All right. If William pins him, the belts hands.
All right. So wait a minute.
It's because I booked the matches and I say it's going to be a title match.
All right. Wait a minute, Eddie. If Spike wraps him upside the head with a bone and I pin him 1, 2, 3, we get the belts, right? If Cujo flashes him off the top rope and flattens him flat on the fritter and I pin him, we get the belts. You're on, tough guy. You're on, boy. Six-man tag team match coming up, confirmed by Eddie Marlin. I don't care if Paul Neighbors happy about it all. He's made everybody around here unhappy today. That's it. It'll be a six-man match. The belt will be at stake.
Dog catchers in the ring. Paul Neighbors will be in there. Richard Lee in there. And it will be a title match. Those two things I need to clear for everybody.
Title is going to be at stake, so look out, USWA. Here they come. Here's Corey.
Yeah, here's USWA on tour, and we are coming. Championship Wrestling right there in Brighton, Tennessee. Brighton Community Center there. King Cobra on the card. You see the line, American Eagle, all lined up in Brighton, Tennessee. Championship Wrestling there. Rock and Roll Phantom, Brandy Wine, all in Brighton, Tennessee. Thursday night, September 30th. 7:30 p.m. Championship Wrestling in Brighton, Brownsville, Tennessee. As well, Thursday night, September 30th, 8 o'clock p.m. bell time in Brownsville, Tennessee. You see Jeff Jarrett, Tommy Rich, Brian Christopher, also PG-13, Tony Adams, all lined up for Brownsville, Tennessee, coming up Thursday night. And Friday, October 1st, Blytheville, Arkansas, National Guard Armory on Division Street. Tommy Rich is there, ladies cat fight, Jeff Jarrett, Moondogs. A big fall spectacular in Blytheville, Arkansas, Friday night, October 1st. You heard Eddie Marlin talking about that just a moment ago. Crenshaw, Mississippi, Thursday, October 7th. Crenshaw Gym, USWA Wrestling. Moondogs, Jeff Jarrett, Tommy Rich, all in Crenshaw, Mississippi. Friday night, October 15th, 8 o'clock, Championship Wrestling in Kennett, Missouri. American Legion Building, the USWA Top Stars in Kennett, Missouri. October 21st, Oxford, Mississippi, Tad Smith Coliseum. A lot of great USWA fans in Oxford. And Championship Wrestling in Bolivar, Tennessee, on October 22nd in Bolivar. And Championship Wrestling coming soon, USWA Wrestling, Jonesboro, Arkansas. Tickets are on sale at Front Page Cafe for Jonesboro. And USWA Wrestling around Martin, Tennessee. All of the wrestling fans that attend UT Martin and all will be right there in Martin, Tennessee. Come see us when we're in your town.
Great action coming up. Make your plans to be there. Make your plans to be at the Mid-South Coliseum. Not Monday night. Remember, there will not be wrestling at the Coliseum Monday night due to the Mid-South Fair. Instead, USWA Wrestling will return to the Coliseum on Monday, October 4th. And one of the people who are going to be on the card, Randy Macho Man Savage. Also, don't forget, if you'd like to join us one more time, here's our address. If you didn't have a pencil last time, it's Studio Wrestling Tickets, WMC-TV, 1960 Union, Memphis. Zip is 38104. Remember to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Well, we've got time for another match right here. I'm happy to say we have had 2 title matches already. We're going to have another one. We are going to have the USWA Ladies title at stake. Brandy Wine now entering the cage. By the way, this will not be a lock cage match. Cage door will be open this time. And Miss Texas now heading into the area. Ladies title at stake. Referee Frank Morrell is there. As soon as Miss Texas is up under the ring, we'll be underway. And here we go.
Yes, sir. Underway with it. What a big day of action today, huh? Full day of USWA Championship Wrestling. And we're still not done with it yet. Miss Texas and Brandy Wine. Boy, you talk about hot wrestling action. It is in the USWA, fans. Thank you for tuning in and joining us today for a great card of USWA Wrestling.
And thanks to promoter Eddie Marlin for booking this great card with not 1, not 2, but 3 championship matches and 2 matches in a cage. Now, even though that one didn't work out, and boy, I guess my theory is pretty well shot, that you can have a nice fair match 1 against 1 with a heavyweight title at stake, because somehow Paul Neighbors had a key and was able to get into the ring, and that messed that one up. But that'll be settled later on.
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar that will be settled.
Next time around, there'll be an equalizer for Mr. Neighbors in the form of a special referee.
That Neighbors is something else, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
I'd hear almost every bout today. He came out with a key to the cage. Hey, Miss Texas. Rolled up by Brandy Wine, and Wine couldn't get it to stick. Only had a 1 count with Miss Texas' shoulders down. And Miss Texas holding on to Brandy Wine. Wine rolls her over again, had her shoulder down. We got a 1 count.
Miss Texas hanging on.
Still holding on to Brandy Wine.
Did she pull hair? I think Brandy Wine yanked her hair.
Yeah, she did.
She's shaking her head. She says she didn't do it. Referee Frank Morrell's checking. The fans say, yeah, they were right there. They were about 4 feet away. They saw what happened.
Oh, just clear as a bell, and Brandy Wine says, no. Miss Texas gets out of the leg scissors and gets Brandy Wine's shoulders down. Gets a 2 count out of it. Couldn't get it to stick for 3. Miss Texas wrestles in out of Dallas, Texas. And And she is tough, too. The USWA Ladies title. Right today, we've had 3 title matches here today on Championship Wrestling.
And no title changes, though. We do have one belt held up. The USWA heavyweight belt is held up by the promotion. The dog catchers still have the other one, but by strange means, they didn't win it fair and square. They did not win them fair and square right there in the middle of the ring. They had assistance from outside, and guess who? Paul Neighbors.
Looked like some mace that he had given there. It was a can of something that he was spraying, and Tommy Rich says the whole thing is just a conspiracy between him and Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, I tell you.
Conspiracy. Randy Wan holding on to Miss Texas. Still got in the leg scissors. And Miss Texas being checked by Frank Morrell. And Morrell checking Miss Texas. Randy Wan won't let up on those leg scissors. Miss Texas trying to maneuver to get out of there and kind of swerves around and up and gets out of there and gets Randy Wan in a headlock over there.
That's a good way to get out of the hold. It's tough on your ears, though. I think old-time wrestlers will verify that. And it's a hold that just punishes your opponent because they have to expend a lot of energy to get out of that hold. It's not a hold that you're going to get a pin on. This might be a pin. Here.
Yeah.
Nope. Only count of really one.
Yeah, a little slam from Brandy Wine and nails Miss Texas in the midsection. And Wine going after Miss Texas. Couple of forearms, the right hand. Takes Miss Texas into the other side of the ring. Oh, she catches a boot from Miss Texas. Miss Texas up on her feet now with Brandy Wine in. Close line to take Wine down. Again, she whips Wine into the rope. Elbow this time from Miss Texas. Miss Texas going after Brandy Wine in the other side.
Time is up. Time is up. This one's going to be a draw. Time is up. I'm sorry, fans. We ran out of time. We'll be back to recap. Don't go away. We ran out of time. It's going to be a draw. The belt does not change hands. I do want to emphasize that both participants knew that was a possibility because of TV time before we got started here today. We had a choice of sitting here talking for about 3 or 4 minutes or showing you wrestling action. We decided to show you wrestling action. Do want to take a look at the highlights of what happened in that Jeff Jarrett match before we leave the air, though. First, take a look right here. You got Jeff and Tommy Rich. There's the chain coming in, thrown by Paul Neighbors, intercepted by Jeff Jarrett. And that's referee Frank Morrell, who had been knocked down inadvertently by Jeff earlier. Boom, Jeff hits Tommy Rich. Yeah, he's got that chain wrapped around, but it was going to be the other way around. He covered Tommy Rich. He had him covered right there. The referee counted. He didn't look up. He didn't see what was happening, but he did count 1, 2, 3. Jeff should have had the belt right there. There's the count. 1, 2, 3. But all of a sudden, Paul Neighbors nails Jeff from behind with a boot. He had unlocked the gate, and he puts Tommy Rich's arm over Jeff, and then when the referee looks up, all he sees is Tommy Rich, who apparently had won, raised Tommy's hand. The belt has been held up. Keep that in mind. The belt has been held up. Eddie Marlin says they will meet again, and when they do meet again, he will be the special referee, and he'll have a tire buddy with him to kind of keep Paul Neighbors at bay if he needs to.
And that's one good point, again, about us having this title match right here on TV today. Eddie Marlin got the chance to see, as well as the fans, exactly what happened.
No doubt about it. All the fans saw it. All you saw it at home, and Eddie Marlin was watching, saw what happened, and made an immediate ruling on it right there, so the belt is now held up. That one will be decided, hopefully, in the middle of the ring next time around.
Yeah.
Boy, we hope you'll be joining us right here. I doubt we're going to be able to have 2 cage matches for you next time, but we'll have some great USWA action, no doubt about that. Please join us for it next week. Until then, for Corey